Hi, this is Helen Tarrant. Hi, this is Helen Tarrant. Welcome to another episode of Commercial Property Roadshow. We're actually outside a day surgery, so we won't be able to go in and take some videos, but I'll take some photos and I'll be able to show you through these different photos of the different areas of the property. So this is actually a multi-tenanted property. The location is in Townsville, and if you were looking at a property like this is obviously a bit upper market, so the purchase price of this property is in the 5 million range. But as you can see, with a property like this, if you were to buy a day surgery somewhere like Sydney or Melbourne, you'll probably be getting a yield of 2 to 3%. Well, here you can get a yield of about 8% or close to it to be able to secure the deal, which is a lot of cash flow for a very, very reliable tenant. As we all know, once a surgery or medical is in there, they tend to stay there for the long term, only because it's very hard to get the approval. So let's have a look at the outside first, and let's have a look at the back, and then I'll show you some photos of the inside. So as you can see up there, there's actually 6 tenancies in this property. Now the day surgery is your anchor tenant, and they have a 10-year lease. Now the 10-year lease, you know they're not going anywhere. They probably have spent $500,000 to $750,000 on a fit out of this property. Now I haven't seen the inside, so I can't quite tell you, but normally when they're going to something like this to that length, and there's protocols, OH and S, all of those things, that's very, very expensive to upkeep. But also once you have something that's medical of that type, you tend to have what I call associate profession. So here we have the Mater Health Service, so they're part of the Mater Hospital. We have the Queensland Pain Management, so again they're allied health. And then we've got, obviously we've got the Medi Spa, which for a lot of people who are going through plastic surgery, they might want a recovery from the Medi Spa. And we've got sort of the odd one out, which is like insurance brokers there. But of course, they obviously have already tenants here. But if we look around the area here, we'll find that it's a very, very busy area. It's on the main street. You have lots of professional offices around, a lot of offices and places to help people get back into work, a lot of government type tenants. So this is just a sign that you're surrounded by the same type of tenants around, that if this tenant was to go, then you can replace them with a similar tenant. But of course, because it's multi-tenanted, you get multiple streams of income, which means that you're never going to have a total vacancy. Now I always say that with tongue in cheek, because you're never going to have full vacancy unless you're a complete dick of a vendor, because we have many vendors who are really hard vendors to deal with, and tenants tend to move out if they get really, really upset at you as a vendor. So your job as a vendor, and also landlord, is that you actually have to keep your tenants happy. It's about working with your tenants to achieve a greater goal, which means they're there for the long term and you're there reaping the rewards of that. So let's have a look at the building. So we've got the building itself is very neat and tidy. It goes all the way through to it's really on the boundary of this. And you can see that all of it's really up to scratch, beautifully landscaped, and that's really important as well, that how they keep this property, because it's about maintaining that, because someone's coming to do plastic surgery, they're obviously going to be paying a premium, and some of that's not going to be covered by healthcare, so they have to be funding it themselves. You can see that this is built right on the boundary here, and that it goes straight down to the end of that. So it's a concrete block. So a property like this, you're probably not going to have major issues with termites or pests. It is basically a tilt slab built, and the main thing we're looking at is if there are any roof issues. So when you go into an inspection, we always look up to see if there's any water stains or anything coming through there. If there isn't, we obviously look at the toilet areas, and we look at the kitchen areas to see if there's any leaks in that. But hey, let's go in and find out a little bit more about the property.